Right, turning to Europe. Ukrainian President Zelenskyy looking to bring an end to the war with Russia.
I'm ready to meet with Putin if he will be ready. I think we need more sanctions. I think we need more pressure. They have losses, 35,000 soldiers, Russian soldiers per month. Wow. And it's a huge number of losses. So this is a problem for them, the deficit of people. And they are on the way to the big crisis with the people. I think that all these things will push them to the dialogue.
Today, Zelenskyy posting an open letter to Russia's President Vladimir Putin. He wants to talk to the man face to face.
Quote, many did not believe that Ukraine would be able to hold out for so long. You did not believe it, and those who advised you did not believe it either. That was a mistake. The choice is yours now. Enough of war.
Joining us now to react, Navy veteran and senior research fellow at the Heritage Foundation Center for National Security, Captain Brent Sadler. Brent, great to see you. What doesn't get covered here is the onslaught of Ukraine and its attacks on Russia's oil infrastructure. I know on Wednesday there was a drone assault on St. Petersburg's oil terminal, and that was nearly 700 miles away from Ukraine. That was one of many. What is the point of this letter, and where does it go, you think?
Yeah, the world's been very focused in, and a lot of the attention on what's been happening in the Straits of Hormuz, obviously for a while, and before that Venezuela, and it's been in the background for a long time. But there's been a lot of changes. This letter, I think, comes at a key moment after many months of mounting pressure and losses, mostly on the Russian side. They are not making the forward advances or taking territory like they had been many months ago. And so it looks like things are starting to shift or reach a culminating point. So Zelenskyy, I think, is very shrewdly offering an off-ramp to prevent even further bloodshed, to put an end to this war. But the Russians are having their dark fleets being attacked in the Mediterranean, so they're having to sail around Africa. They got attacked during a regional economic forum in St. Petersburg, the same time that you had this attack that you mentioned. So it's been very embarrassing, from the Victory Day parade in early May and to the mounting losses of 50,000 Russians a month. That was the target, the goal that the Ukrainians set earlier in the year. And they're already there, and it's lopsided losses at that.
Zelensky's trying to give Putin an off-ramp, but everything I'm reading suggests that Putin's thinking about on-ramps to more conflict or war, possibly with countries in the European sphere. Is that what Putin's thinking? Is he posturing? Where do you see that going?
It's a very Russian tactic to try to threaten others as a show of force, to try to obscure the fact that they are not winning the war. And it could very quickly change on the battlefield for them, because the Ukrainians have been attacking the supply lines. The tactics have changed on the battlefield the last few months, going back to March. The tactics now are favoring the Ukrainians, and the losses are mounting. And again, once the Russians reach a breaking point, that front line is going to start to collapse. And so I think the Russians are trying to show strength. And I think that's also why Zelenskyy very, very shrewdly recognizing what the reality is, to offer them this letter, this potential for an off-ramp. And maybe they'll take it.
Brent Sadler, great to see you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.